YouTube. So I'm not sure if I ever tried to explain this and break it down, but even if I did, still watch, I'm going to try to go a little in detail because of what I've seen the past couple days. Well, also a conversation I had prior to deleting social media off of my phone. But so hitting the wall and also market value. Okay, so first of all, the reason I'm talking about hitting the walls because I saw a couple times on Faith stream. If you don't know her channel, it's Faith with the exclamation mark at the end of it. And I only saw a few seconds each time, but I saw enough to know how dumb how wrong they are confused about this type of stuff, talking about women. So I seen when on one of her streams, the comment she pulled up was some woman saying we need to talk. The fuck? My bad. Like I don't know what the hell that was, but the woman said we need to talk about men and how they hit the wall, and she put how they have men boobs, or I think she said balding or something like that. But she said a lot of stuff that is reversible. And then so I think yesterday or a couple days ago, I seen where she had uploaded a live, or she was live at the time, one or the other. But the title was "I'm back, men, you get fat too," and I'm sitting here, I was thinking like, what is she responding to? Because the last word was two. Now, obviously, I know what she was responding to. She was talking about how generally men, when they have the panels and everything, they talk about how mainly high value men or men with means and all that stuff. They want women who are thin and blah blah blah. So with this specific conversation, I'm just like, they did the typical woman thing, which they take one topic and then they spin it into something that makes them right. Right? See, men getting fat, well, yeah, there are fat men with man boobs. There's no denying that. You can go anywhere. You can go to the gym and see dudes who've been going there for years still fat with man boobs. You obviously, right? And a lot of people, especially specifically men who get fat, they don't go back. A lot of people, when they get fat, they just stay there. So obviously, in that sense, you're right. But that's completely irrelevant to the conversation that men have on these panels. Because we're talking specifically about the men who can obtain women who are fit. That's exactly what the hell we're talking about. It's been said time and time again, we're completely dismissing the bum, the short, fat bum with no game, no money, no nothing, that wants the Instagram model. We're completely dismissing that guy. We've said time and time again, we tell men to stay in your lane. That's a topic of discussion that comes up when we have these conversations. Not all the time, but it comes up. It has come up enough where that is understood if you were to ever actually listen to the conversation. Now, if you didn't, I completely understand why you're saying that irrelevant nonsense. Now, as far as hitting the wall, I don't think women understand that the concept of hitting the wall is undoable things that you cannot take back. So when it first started, now disclaimer, every definition or every phrase or word that comes up always get taken off and just drugged into left field somewhere. Riley just did a stream with Angry Man, and they talked about how Red Pill has like a weird, or I'm not sure exactly what wording they use, but they basically said that the original definition almost doesn't exist anymore, or it's completely screwed up. So excuse me. So that's that. But hitting the wall originally meant, when they spoke about women, is the fact that you've reached the peak of your beauty which is your ability to attract your best partner. Ladies, I'm sorry, that's what it is. Like, don't fight that. Like, the more y'all fight that is why y'all end up in these situations. But that, when it takes the peak of your beauty, and now you're on nothing but the downward. Okay, that you can be as nice as you want, you can make the best meals. The more on the downward end trajectory of your beauty, the worst quality partner you're going to have, especially to the partner that you desire. Right, that's hitting the wall. That's why when they compare it to men, it's it's not solely in his beauty. Now, obviously, attractiveness helps anybody, including men. Obviously, anybody, it helps anybody. But men can make, like, a fat dude can make up for it in pretty much every other situation, right? He can make it up in reputation with women, specifically in bed. He can make it up in just, having some awesome personality. He can make it up in income. He can make it up in a lot of different areas. Whereas it's not the same on the other end. Now, I'm going to piggyback that onto this next one, which is, I remember having this conversation a few weeks ago with this chick because of this thread. This guy said something about, in the frameworks of what we're speaking about now, which is men value goes up and women values goes down as they age. And then this lady that I follow, she said something, I forget exactly what she said, but she was against it. And I came in and said, well, yeah, men gain wisdom. If they keep themselves in shape, if they develop a great career, great paying career, so on and so forth. And she rebutted with the typical, women get wisdom too, and we can own our own money, and that stuff. So I didn't respond or make a video because I was just really burned out on these types of subjects. But again, seeing that video by Faith, I couldn't help myself. So I'm going to try my best. Now, I'm not an artist. These are going to be stick figures. I'm going to attempt to try my best at trying to give some demonstration. Okay. All right. So let's say you got 20-year-old guy, 20-year-old woman, right? They're both 20. Right? They're both in shape. They're 20. They're 20, so they're in school, working on themselves. The only thing they have going for themselves is their attractiveness. That's it. Physical, personality, that's all they got right now. This 20-year-old woman, obviously, she's going to have a lot more partners than this guy, right? She's going to have a lot more opportunities than that guy. So her ability to attract what she desires is going to be a lot better than him, right? So 25 years later, oops, right? Now you got those same people, right? Right, let's assume that they both, right, they had no money here, none, no money. And here they both earn $100K, right? They're 45 years old at this point, 45, right? Again, they're 45, 100K, both kept themselves in good shape, so they're both still as attractive as they can be physically, right? Now, this guy right here, can he still attract, what percentage of women, can he attract at this age as he could at that one? Do you think it went up? Do you think it went down? Do you think it stayed the same? And by how much? How much do you think she is able to, what amount of the guys she was able to attract at 20 do you think she can attract at 45? See, here's another thing that women don't understand when we speak about this. It's not just directly a comparison of men and women. It's a comparison of also men and women as they go through life through to themselves. So what this woman could get at 20 as opposed to 45 is also the comparison to what he could get at 45 as opposed to 20. Understood? So it's not just what they both. Yes, she has her own money in this. She has the same money he has. So financially, does she need him? Depends on the situation, right? But what is her ability to attract him at 45 as it was at 20? What is his ability to attract her at 45 as it was 20? Is she still going to want him at 45 if he keeps himself as attractive as he could possibly be? And then he also has a better income, and he was, as he's going through life, he was able to handle people, specifically women, better. Does he have the same, better, or worse chance as attracting her at 45 when she was 20 than now? Does she have same chance, lesser, or greater? Ladies, this is what we're trying to get to you. We're not saying that you can earn your own money. That's stupid. Why do you instantly hear he has a better income to? Well, I got mine. That's not the freaking point. It's not. Please, if you're going to have these conversations with us when we have them, you kind of have to try to understand the basics as to opposed to just ranting on some shit that makes no sense. And I now can't understand why I even tried to make this. I'm pretty sure you're just gonna go, what the fuck ever, nigga. Like, why did I even do this? Why? Be right, not positive. Fucking out.